So interesting fact, the Legend's the only condominium complex, not only in California, but the entire United States that's located within the grounds of a ballpark.
No kidding. What's the deal with the Hard Rock?
It's a condo hotel, which basically means...
Contel. Are you considering a move to downtown San Diego? Well, I've got 3 condo complexes to consider and 1 to completely avoid. I'm here with Jeff Sale, expert downtown real estate agent from the Greg Cummings Real Estate Group. Hey, welcome, Jeff. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me today.
Awesome. Absolutely. Now, I got to hear, what are these condo complexes that you are suggesting that a consumer would want to gravitate towards and buy, and why is it that they would want to buy those?
I would say hands down, one of my favorite buildings in San Diego is the Pinnacle Marina Tower.
Ah, yes.
Like the Pinnacle for various reasons. One, first off, as they say in real estate, it's always about location.
Yeah, that's
Pinnacle's
a good one.
great because it's right there in the heart of the Marina District, right down by the waterfront.
Yep.
And what's really exciting about the Pinnacle Tower is now it's located next to the Rady Show, which is a new concert venue.
Oh, yes.
So I have clients that live there. They love being able just to stroll down, go check out a concert, cruise down to the waterfront, maybe head over to Seaport Village. And just so purely about location. And then I'd say also, which you might agree from showing there before, is some of the amenities at the Pinnacle are just amazing.
Hands down.
Yeah, they have an Olympic-sized lap pool, which is one of the only ones in downtown San Diego, which stays sunny most of the day, which is quite nice. All the high-end luxury amenities with the sauna, steam room, fitness center. And I will say, as far as buildings go downtown, they have on-site management. And their on-site manager is amazing, so they keep a really tight ship there. And say probably one of the final things I really like about the Pinnacle are the height of the ceilings.
Yeah,
so they come standard with the height 10 to 12 foot ceilings, which just creates a nice open glass floor to ceiling glass windows.
I was just going to add that. That is one of my favorite parts about that building is the floor to ceiling windows. You don't get that in every building.
No. So that's really unique, kind of an extra bonus for the Pinnacle. And also, even being built in 2005, the finishes were ultra high end. So a lot of the units are still quite nice, even if they haven't been upgraded.
Yeah. Now, Pinnacle's definitely a top choice. I know I have a couple clients that live there. I know you do. Absolutely. If you want more information about the Pinnacle, we'll be happy to share it with you guys. All right. Tell me what's next on this list of your absolute favorite ones to consider condo complexes in downtown.
This one's really unique. This one as well, the Legend.
Ah, yes.
It truly is a legend.
It is. It lives up to its name.
Yeah. So interesting fact, the Legend's the only condominium complex, not only in California, but the entire United States that's located within the grounds of a ballpark.
No kidding.
Yep.
Something I did not know.
Yeah. So
I knew where it was located and the proximity of the ballpark and everything. I did not know it was the only one, though.
Yeah, in the all entire United States, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So with that, they have the 7th inning lounge deck, which literally overlooks the ballpark. So not only do you get to enjoy the Padres games, but all the concerts that come throughout the year and big events. Also, really just nice full-service luxury amenities.
Right.
Units are a little bit smaller, but you pay to play, as I say at the Legends. Yep. So you have plenty of outdoor space, common areas, and then just being right next to the Gaslamp District, just tons of nightlife. So
yeah, I mean, if I can add too, I've been on that deck before. It is spectacular. You look right into the ballpark. You get to watch the game. I mean, you feel like you're a part of it. Everybody that hangs out there, it's just a great environment. It is sincerely one of the most unique properties in all of downtown. Not to mention also a BOSA product. I know you're a big fan of BOSA development.
Yep.
I know I am. The guy knows what he's doing when it comes to high rises and builds a quality product.
Absolutely. Yeah. Legend wins it on all levels.
Yeah. It's a home run.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
There you
All
go.
right. So let's talk about this third condo community that you
kind of switching gears, heading over to Little Italy.
Ah, yes.
So I like La Vita, which means in Italian, the life.
Yep.
So really going back to just location, it's one of the only true high rises in Little Italy. A lot of the rest are mid rises or apartment buildings. So if you actually want to own a property that's a high rise in Little Italy proper, you want to go after La Vita. They've got great amenities, lower HOA fees, and then being a high rise, you have some amazing views just out towards San Diego Bay. You can also cruise right over to the waterfront park, catch a concert there as well. And then who doesn't like all the wonderful restaurants in Little Italy? You got Papa Leco.
I mean, right there. I mean, just steps from your doorstep. Right. Yeah. I've always said too with La Vita, one of my favorite things about it is it has enough amenities, but you're not, paying these crazy HOA fees to have some stuff that you may or may not even use, the concierge service. And don't get me wrong, living in a luxurious high rise, which is like a 5-star resort, Would I do that? All day long. Do I really need it? Not necessarily. And in my opinion, that's where La Vida comes in.
Yeah.
It really fits that middle ground. You talked about the views too. If you're on that north side of the building facing, there's nothing going to go up and block your view because you've got the flight path right there.
Yeah.
They're not going to allow anything to go up there. So you are unobstructed, beautiful views. I agree with you on La Vita. I also agree with you on Little Italy. I know if I was going to be downtown, that's where I would be.
Yeah, especially when they put that new piazza in. It's just really European feel and just a great vibe.
Yep. Now, as we were discussing this, and I'm sure everybody out there wants to hear what is this condo complex to avoid, but you actually talked to me and you had one other condo community that's not necessarily in downtown proper, but still has a very urban feel. Which one was that one?
So it's called the Atlas community.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over in Hillcrest.
Okay.
Also newer development. The nice thing about Atlas, it's maybe a nice alternative to downtown living in the sense you can still have all the restaurants, all the shops, all the nightlife, but then you have a little bit more of a tranquil neighborhood feel and also being close to Balboa Park.
Yeah, Balboa
So if you want to take
Park's
the dog
awesome.
or go for a bike ride or a nice walk on the park,
Right.
it's a kind of a different change of pace compared to the downtown living vibe.
Couldn't agree with that more. Plus, you still have all the amenities you'd expect and the infrastructure you'd expect from an urban downtown type living. Great restaurants in the area. Hane Sushi. Oh,
yeah.
man. I mean, come on.
Unreal.
So yeah, that's a great alternative. And now what everybody's waiting for, what is this condo complex that we need to avoid if we're a buyer?
Well, it's the Hard Rock Hotel. And it's not necessarily that there's anything wrong with it, but the thing with the Hard Rock Hotel, it is indeed a hotel.
Right.
It is grouped in the residential category on the multiple listing service. So a lot of people get confused thinking it's a regular condo.
Right.
But it is more of a timeshare aspect where you get to use it 28 days per year. I will say, though, it's an absolute lifestyle purchase in the sense that you get discounts on the restaurants. You can let family or friends use it. Maybe it's a great thing for your business where you can let other associates or corporate partners use it. But with that said, it's not full ownership like a typical condo. So that may be the only reason you might want to avoid it.
And I know, I mean, we can both speak to this because we've been doing so much business over the years downtown. Over the years, we've had more inquiries for the Hard Rock than any other condo complex simply because of the attractive price. But then the consumer realizes, oh, wait a minute, I don't actually own this thing outright. I am only going to use it for, what was it again?
28 days per year.
28 days a year.
Yeah, so there's no restricted dates or anything of that nature, but ultimately it is just 28 days per year, and it is typically an all-cash transaction. So it's not a residential home. You can't get a residential loan.
Yep.
So it is for cash investors. But the rental returns are great.
Yeah.
Very consistent, and once again, just a great perk to have a little getaway place in San Diego.
Yeah. I know you've had some clients that lived there over the years. So depending on what you are looking for, that might be a good solution.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this. I mean, San Diego, come on. I mean, the weather alone, we don't even have that one as one of the reasons, but that's just kind of a given, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just looking over, I know we collaborated a bit on this list here. I would say, number one would be the restaurants that are going on in downtown San Diego.
Yeah. So basically being right in downtown, the heart of Restaurant Center is just incredible. And of course, Little Italy is just amazing with all the Italian restaurants.
Right.
I think you have a couple favorites yourself.
Yeah. I mean, Anime is definitely one of my absolute favorites, located at the bottom of the Pacific Gate Tower. I mean, it just is incredible. And just watching this culinary world explode in downtown over the years. I remember, first coming here and, there was maybe a handful of places, and now it's like every other corner, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with the dining in San Diego. Yep.
As good as it gets.
Yeah. So number two reason why I think San Diego is so ideal is the proximity to the airport.
Oh, absolutely. I've had literally clients buy in San Diego just for that reason. They wanted to find a place that's coastal, year-round climate, and then they can pop in and out just for a weekend, coming from either, the Midwest or maybe from Northern California. And being just 5 minutes from some of the condo complexes is as good as it gets.
It really is. I mean, you get out, you hop in an Uber, you hop in a taxi, whatever, and you are at your doorstep within 5 minutes, like you just said. Yeah, you can't get much better. Now they're even expanding the airport, so there's going to be more options. When they talked about moving that airport, I was like, no, absolutely not. No. Keep it there, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. The airport is definitely a high one. Number three is a recent addition to downtown. It's this new Rady Shell.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Just the structure itself is just gorgeous. And then also the location being right there on the waterfront. So not only do you get to enjoy some incredible music, but you have sunsets. You get that coastal breeze coming in the summertime. And if you live in one of the condos down in the Marina District, it's just steps away. So once again, just convenience and just an overall amazing venue.
Little side note too, you can sneak down there and hang out on the sidewalks and not actually go into the venue. I learned this firsthand. I had some seats that were really close to the edge, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I paid over $100 to sit here, and 10 yards away, this guy's sitting right there and getting almost the same experience. So I know there was one musician in particular who absolutely did not allow that, and they blocked off the sidewalks. But generally speaking, you could pull up in a boat. You can come walk down there. If you don't feel like paying the money, and you get a little bit of the experience of the Rady Shell.
Yeah, it's just an incredible place.
Awesome. So number 4 on the list was already something we kind of mentioned with the Rady Shell. It's the fact that San Diego is right on the water.
Yes, just amazing. And you have the Martin Luther King Promenade, which basically goes around most of downtown San Diego. So you can get on a bike, you can go for just a nice long walk, maybe a jog. Just have all sorts of sights and scenery and just fun stuff to check out.
Yeah, absolutely. There's options for getting on a boat, go sailing around the bay, as you mentioned, walking along the waterfront, and then on top of that, all the development that's going in. I mean, we could go on on that, talk about that for a whole nother segment. But the bottom line is we're on the waterfront. In fact, Bosa Development. I remember when they came in, they actually said, "What the heck is going on here?" You've got this beautiful downtown location of virtually no residential living, and that's one of the biggest reasons why they came into San Diego and started developing the way they did.
Yeah, absolutely. He bought all the best lots downtown, and now it's pretty much built out with just a few lots left.
Yep.
And of course, once they redid the waterfront park, now you can actually see some great concerts and venues and just all sorts of activities.
Yep. Now, number 5 on this list, I guess is kind of debatable depending on how you like baseball, but Petco Park. I mean, Petco Park, when they put that in, it's just such a beautiful ballpark.
It really is, and you might attest to this as well, but last time I went to a game there, I was blown away by the amount of options you have as far as food and drinks, and it's almost like you don't even need to go out to eat because they've got all the great restaurants right within the ballpark now.
Yeah, and they even kept the historic building as part of it. It really adds to the facade. On top of the baseball games, you've got live music. It really is, all things considered, a fantastic ballpark.
It's as good as it gets.
If you find this information helpful and you're considering a move to San Diego, hey, reach out to us. We know it inside and out. Jeff, Sil, thank you again for visiting with
Absolutely.
us.
Thanks for having me.
And if you like this kind of information, subscribe, click the like, follow us for more.